Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on SpongeTech Delivery Systems Incorporated, ticker symbol SPNG. Did this one a few days ago, and the chart just continues to be a beast. Believe it or not, actually did take a little day off yesterday, hit the weight room, and today went back out to the beach, and the ladies were loving it. If you don't have any idea what I'm talking about, I'll explain it in a second. But I did want to get this updated again because like I said, in the world of penny stocks, this one is just absolutely on fire. Everybody knows the four letters for it, SPNG, and it's just been an absolute monster, especially if you look at the dollar volume, really raking in some big money. So right here we have the daily chart, and I will be looking at a couple other time frames just to get more of an intraday type look. But like I mentioned, here the stock actually took a little break, consolidated, put in a nice wick there. So what that shows is during the day, this was a big red candle. So at some point in the day, this chart looked like this, color that red, had this green candle and then had a red one. However, by the end of the day, the bulls were able to push it back up, and that carried right into today. Had a little miniature dip here, and then from that point on, bulls were just clearly in charge the rest of the day, and we'll really see that in some less time frame charts. So with that, let's just hop on down to the 60-minute chart, and as you can see, this part represents the couple few hours of consolidation that we had. This was yesterday when the stock did take a break. As you can see, just sideways action, but actually was a nice bullish pattern. And just to go over the analogy real quick, I went over this in the first SpongeTech video I did, but stocks like this that are in uptrends, when they do go sideways or pull back a little bit, that's nothing to fear. The analogy I like to use is you can just consider them going to the weight room, lifting some weights, getting healthy, getting stronger for the next time they go out to the beach. When you go to the beach, you want to try to attract some ladies, and that's what charts do also. When you do have uptrends, meaning these moving averages that you see here are clearly sloping upwards, sideways action and even red candles are not necessarily a bad thing, assuming specific levels hold, and all those have been holding true for SPNG SpongeTech. So it's just been a strong chart nonetheless. And I kind of already drew it, but I want to make it with a little bit better lines here. Like I said, on the 60-minute here, we had kind of a little pennant formation, but this is really just kind of sloppy drawing it. But the point is, there's this level here that the price was struggling to get through, but while it was struggling to get through here, it was making higher lows the entire time, and then finally today, as you can see with this volume bar, it was struggling, then it popped out above. You look down here at volume, above average volume compared to all these other candles, which is what you want to see, and then from there it just took off and kept going up for the remainder of today. So a nice little consolidation pattern, or in other words, to stick with the analogy, this represented the weight room right here, and this represented right here going back out to the beach and having all the ladies loving what you're looking like. So now to hop back down to the 30-minute chart, same thing here. You can see consolidation pattern, had this price level here. However, at the same time, 1, 2, 3, 3 lows, all the lows higher than the previous ones, which let us draw this uptrend line and have since then broken out and continued upwards. The key moving averages to keep your eye on seem to be the 10, which is this maroon, and the 20, which is the gray. When the price gets towards them, as you can see here, they provide some nice support. But the other main trend line to watch on these smaller time level charts is going to be the 50 period simple moving average here. This represents more of a longer term type trend, and as you can see, since breaking out here, it's just really turned up, and it's just showing a very strong pushed by the bulls, and it hasn't even been tested since the past week and a half, not even close. So if it does come down, remember that even if the 20 fails here, you do have the 50 period here that's been showing a strong uptrend, and even when you look at the 200 period here, you can see this is starting to bend upwards. And I didn't pay attention to that on the 60 minute, but what's it looking like? Well, see, even on the 60 minute now, you have the 200 period starting to bend upwards, which just shows the absolute strength behind this move. So keep your eye on the 200 for more of just the overall trend. And as long as this stays upward like this, the trend is up, and hard to argue that one. So one last look at the daily. Just an absolute beast as far as previous resist or next resistances go. We'll need to pull up a weekly chart, and let's see, go back. Looks like, just glancing here, the next resistance is going to be up here at 20 cents. I'm pulling that number out by, if you look at these wicks here, came up, we're bouncing on it at it. So that's going to be the next resistance, and then the next one is going to be, let me grab my line, up here at 20, or excuse me, 25. So both here and here showed some previous levels from way back when, but with the way this thing's going, we're running out of room in terms of previous resistances. If you get above 25, then I guess you could say 30, but after 30, it's just complete blue sky breakouts. There's no previous history that you could use to judge. So if you do have any other questions, you can feel free to shoot me a message, but as of right now, Sponge Tech is looking very strong, and we'll see what happens as this week wraps up when we head into next week. Thanks for listening.